Welcome to the City of Lubbock 114th Street virtual public meeting, pre-recorded presentation. My name is Mike Keenum, and I am the city engineer and the sponsor of this project. I would like to welcome you and thank you for watching this virtual public meeting, pre-recorded presentation that is being shared with the public today, June 3rd, 2021. The City of Lubbock, in partnership with the Texas Department of Transportation, is proposing to construct 114th Street from Quaker Avenue to Indiana Avenue by converting the existing 2-lane roadway to a 5-lane urban roadway with curb and gutter. Given the unique circumstance of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with our commitment to protecting public health, the City of Lubbock and TxDOT is conducting this virtual public meeting to avoid in-person contact. At this time, the online format will be in lieu of an in-person public meeting. The presentation will cover the same information the City of Lubbock would have shared at an in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different, and that will be explained shortly. All project information can be found on the City of Lubbock website at www.mylubbock.us or on the TxDOT website at www.txdot.gov. Mayor Pope and the City Council is excited to partner with TxDOT to deliver this much-needed transportation improvement. Please listen now to this short message from the City of Lubbock Mayor Pro Tem Steve Massengale, followed by a virtual presentation from Chris Bosco with Freeze & Nichols to cover the project details.
Welcome to the TxDOT meeting about widening 114th Street from Indiana to Quaker. I'm Councilman Steve Massengale. I'm proud to represent the residents of District 4, where I'm standing today with 114th Street behind me. It's imperative that we widen 114th Street to accommodate the growth that we are experiencing out here. It will provide for safe vehicular traffic, and not only safe vehicular traffic, but pedestrian and bicycle traffic as well. If you have any questions about the widening of 114th Street, you're always welcome to contact me at 806-775-2008 or send me an email at smassengale@mylubbock.us. Again, thank you for participating in the meeting.
My name is Chris Bosco with Freeze & Nichols, and I'm the project manager for the 114th Street project, and I'm serving as your presenter on behalf of the City of Lubbock. During this virtual public meeting, we'll be covering the following areas: project overview, environmental overview, project schedule and next steps, the public comment process, and this will be a little different than our in-person public meetings. More information on that on a later slide. And then we will adjourn the meeting. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, otherwise known as FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act, known as NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, the Texas Department of Transportation assumed the responsibility from FHWA for reviewing and approving certain assigned NEPA environmental documents. This Memorandum of Understanding was renewed on December 9, 2019. The review and approval process applies to this project. This virtual public meeting, presented by the City of Lubbock and TxDOT, is being provided to share information and encourage comments from the public regarding the proposed 114th Street project. Notices for this meeting were published on the City of Lubbock website, TxDOT website, and the Lubbock Avalanche Journal on Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. The notice was mailed to adjacent property owners and elected officials. Additional outreach methods for this virtual public meeting included a postcard mailer, local media, and social media. The City of Lubbock is encouraging written comments. Comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, June 18th, 2021 to be included in the virtual public meeting summary report. You can submit written comments in the following ways. You can email your comments to kevin.morris@freeze.com or mail your comments to Kevin Morris at Friesen Nichols at 1500 Broadway Street, Suite 1150, Lubbock, Texas 79401. The responses to your comments submitted during the comment period will be included in the virtual public meeting summary report. The responses to the comments will be posted on the City of Lubbock website and TxDOT's website. The 114th Street project is 1 mile long between Quaker Avenue and Indiana Avenue. The entirety of this 1 mile of roadway is included in the overall limits for the schematic and environmental approval according to the Federal Highway Administration process. Once the project goes to construction, it will be built in 2 phases. Phase 1 will be the northern half of 114th Street, and Phase 2 will be the southern half of 114th Street. The 114th Street project includes the following: widening the existing 2-lane rural roadway to a 5-lane urban roadway with curb and gutter. The center lane will serve as a continuous 2-way left turn lane. Drainage improvements along select portions of the corridor, pedestrian sidewalk on both sides of the roadway, shared use path along the south side of the roadway, and the project also includes illumination. You can view these designs in more detail on the TxDOT website. Why is this project needed? This project is needed to improve safety and efficiency of travel due to ongoing development and increasing traffic. The purpose of the proposed project is to increase mobility by adding travel lanes, which would facilitate safe and efficient movement of goods and people within Lubbock. This project would also provide safer routes to school and work, decreasing traffic congestion and thus increasing quality of life. The purpose of the public meeting is to inform the public of the status of the planning on this project and present the City of Lubbock's recommendations based on studies performed to date, to describe the recommended roadway project design so that the public can determine the project's potential to affect their lives and property, and to develop a record of public views and participation to accompany recommendations for subsequent decisions. This is a layout of the overall schematic, which is available to view in more detail on the public meeting webpage. This provides a visual of the roadway improvement layouts over the length of the proposed 114th Street project corridor. The following slides will provide a clear picture of the proposed roadway sections and zoomed-in plan view exhibits. This is an aerial image of 114th Street between Quaker Avenue and Memphis Avenue. This provides more detailed view of the proposed 114th Street reconstruction limits beginning immediately east of Quaker Avenue with roadway pavement, intersection connections, sidewalk, and driveways to adjacent properties. The light blue shading represents reconstruction of the roadway pavement. The yellow shading represents sidewalk improvements on the north side and an 8 to 10 foot shared use path on the south side. The dark blue shading represents the reconstruction of driveways into existing and new development. The purple shading approaching Quaker Avenue intersection represents a raised curb median. This slide shows a typical section for 114th Street beginning at Quaker Avenue looking to the east. The existing right-of-way along the corridor is generally 110 feet wide or 55 feet north and south of the center line. At the intersections of Quaker and Indiana, the right-of-way widens to approximately 120 feet. This proposed roadway section at the intersection of Quaker Avenue will include a westbound right turn lane, 2 westbound through lanes, dual westbound left turn lanes, a 14-foot raised median, and 2 eastbound through lanes, with a 6-foot sidewalk on the north side of the roadway and an 8 to 10 foot shared use path on the south side of the roadway. This typical section represents 114th Street between Quaker Avenue and Memphis Avenue. The existing right-of-way is generally 110 feet wide. The proposed roadway section between Quaker and Memphis will include 2 westbound through lanes, a center 2-way left turn, and 2 eastbound through lanes, with a 6-foot sidewalk on the north side of the roadway and an 8 to 10 foot shared use path on the south side of the roadway. This is an aerial image of 114th Street between Memphis Avenue and Indiana Avenue. This provides a more detailed view of the proposed 114th Street drainage improvements and the ending project limits at Indiana Avenue. The light blue shading represents reconstruction of the roadway pavement. The yellow shading represents sidewalk improvements on the north side and an 8 to 10 foot shared use path on the south side of the roadway. The dark blue shading represents the reconstruction of driveways into existing and new development. The purple shading approaching Indiana Avenue intersection represents a raised curb median. The green shading represents a proposed drainage channel on the north side of the roadway from Memphis Avenue to the existing Playa Lake. The black structure crossing the roadway represents a drainage culvert that provides a connection between the Playa Lake on the north and the Playa Lake on the south side of 114th Street. This section represents the section of 114th Street between Memphis Avenue and Indiana Avenue. The existing right-of-way is generally 110 feet wide. The proposed roadway section between Memphis and Indiana will include 2 westbound through lanes, a center 2-way left turn lane, and 2 eastbound through lanes, with a 6-foot sidewalk on the north side of the roadway and an 8 to 10 foot shared use path on the south side of the roadway. As depicted in the previous plan view exhibit, a drainage channel is proposed along the north side of 114th from Memphis to the existing Playa Lake. Additional right-of-way will be required for this project. Slope easements are needed for the roadway grading approaching Indiana Avenue intersection, as highlighted in red in this exhibit. On the north side, the slope easement is approximately 385 feet in length and 10 feet in width. On the south side, the slope easement is approximately 775 feet in length and varies in width from 10 feet to 16 feet. Because of the requirement for public meetings and hearings to be virtual, reviewing the preliminary design will be different. Interacting with the City of Lubbock and the design team is going to be limited. But again, we encourage you to send us your comments and questions based on the information presented. We have provided a variety of ways to review the preliminary design. First, you will be able to click on the schematic PDF that contains the detailed preliminary design. This document can be viewed and/or downloaded depending on your preference. Second, we have provided a Google Earth overlay link that can be opened on your computer. Google Earth is a free program, and if you have it installed on your computer, this method will allow you to pan and zoom to visualize the preliminary roadway design throughout the corridor. Just double-click on the Google Earth icon. Now let's talk about the schedule. This is the project schedule for the remaining major milestones. Environmental studies and schematic approval is anticipated in August of 2021. Easement purchases and utility adjustments are scheduled concurrently for fall 2021 through winter 2022. Construction is anticipated to begin in the summer of 2022 and to be completed by the fall of 2023. The environmental studies being conducted for this project comply with the National Environmental Policy Act. In addition, the environmental review, consultation, and other actions required by the applicable federal environmental laws for this project are being or have been carried out by the city and TxDOT pursuant to 23 United States Code 327. This also includes the Memorandum of Understanding dated December 9, 2019, and the executed by the Federal Highway Administration and TxDOT. The environmental evaluation of potential impacts by the proposed project to the natural and human environment include biological resource, cultural resources, hazardous materials, historic resources, traffic noise, and community impacts. As much as your city and community leaders feel this is an important and much needed project for the improved safety of the traveling public through this corridor and other reasons previously stated, It is important that you know not only can you make this project a success, but also how the project might impact you and the rights you have as a property owner in Texas. We invite you to review more information about the right-of-way acquisition process and the State of Texas Landowner Bill of Rights brochure. A link to view or download the brochure has been provided on the public meeting website. The proposed project would require acquisition of right-of-way in the form of slope easements near Indiana Avenue on the east end of the project. As a reminder, you may provide written comments. Comments must be received or postmarked by June 18, 2021, to be included in the virtual public meeting summary report. You can submit written comments in the following ways. Email your comments to kevin.morris@freeze.com. Mail your comments to Kevin Morris, Freeze and Nichols at 1500 Broadway Street, Suite 1150, Lubbock, Texas 79401. Please don't hesitate to contact Freeze and Nichols with any questions about the project. In closing, we want to remind you that you can call or email these project contacts with any questions or comments at any time in the project development process. And don't forget to click on the city or TxDOT websites for current information about the project. This concludes the virtual public meeting presentation. Thank you.